Good morning, everybody. Welcome to So Many Whatnots. I'm Willow, and we have a foot of snow in South Central Pennsylvania. I hope everybody is staying warm. I don't have a whole lot to talk about today, but I say that every week, and then I end up having a lot to talk about. So if you're new here, welcome. This is my channel where I talk about quilting, mostly hand sewing quilts. And if you have been here before, welcome back and thank you for being here. So, let's see. There's not much to update other than the storm hit us in Pennsylvania and we got a foot of snow. It wasn't as bad as people were expecting, but you know, we still got a lot, and the kids got a traditional snow day, they're calling them now. So not virtual, so that's happy. It's 10:30 this morning and they're both still sleeping. So they stay up late when they have a snow day. They get excited and play with their friends on their video games. So let's see what else. My son went back for a second visit at one of the colleges that's recruiting him for lacrosse, and he got to stay overnight in the dorms. And the highlight of his weekend was he went with a bunch of the college kids to play bingo. So I thought that was hilarious that they do that for fun at college these days. They go play bingo. So cool. Yeah, he had a great time. He, you know, gets to hang out with the team and stuff. And so that's really fun for him. I think he went to a practice as well. So, yeah, that's a nice experience. And to see if, you know, he really wants to go to that specific college, you know. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. I think the only other update is I have, okay. I wanted to monetize my videos. And because of the music I choose, I can't do that with ads. And I would kind of like to leave it ad-free if possible, because I hate watching ads, okay? I don't like them. They're everywhere. It's kind of annoying. So I would like to not do that as much as possible. So I did create a buy me a coffee web page thing. It's like a website where you can go and just like give $1 to say, you know, to help the channel out. And I also, you know, I've been throwing around the idea of a blog. Well, I can put blog posts on that without having to manage a WordPress site and, you know, do all the managing that comes with a website and blog. So I thought the Buy Me a Coffee platform would be nice, because if people want to donate to the channel, they can. And otherwise, if I feel like making a blog post, I can. So I really like blogging. I have started several blogs over the years on various things. And so, yeah. So I think I'll start there. And I may or may not put up some blog posts. But I might just do like a monthly check-in on like the farmer's wife or something, and be like, okay, well, you know, here's the progress, here's where we're at, here's where you can join us, you know, something like that. I don't know. That's up in the air. The other thing, I'll leave a link. There will be a link in the description for that site. And please don't feel obligated, but if you would like to, you know, support the channel a little bit with like $1 a month, that would be amazing. But then I was trying to figure out a way to do some kind of community where I could see all my new friends quilts, like and I had one tag me on Instagram, which was so much fun to see hers. And then I read through all the comments, and most people preferred Facebook over Instagram. But then one person said I can turn on a community here on YouTube. I used to be so knowledgeable about computers and stuff back in the day. And now there's just, everything's changing all the time. So anyways, I'm going to play around with that this week and just kind of see if that's an option. So I haven't decided yet, but it'll be either like the community here on YouTube or a Facebook group. But it would be kind of cool to keep it all like right here if possible. So I'm going to look into the community aspect and seeing if that is a viable option and a good option. And then we'll just go from there. Okay, so progress. I have some really fun things going on this week that I've been working on. But we're gonna start with, let's see, I'm looking at my notes. Sorry if like not looking up here, I'm looking down here. I want to start with the first thing I worked on, and that is my son's puff quilt. Now, I didn't work on it too much. It took me about an hour or two. So last Monday, I made the video, edited, and while it was uploading, I finished making the squares. So now I have everything ready to go. This whole bin is full of squares. There go a couple on the floor. Let me put this down. Crap. Dropping them everywhere. Okay, so and these are all different colors. They're all they're charm squares, and it was called I've Got Hue Babe, and I can't remember. I want to say Missouri Star. I think, but it could have been Fat Quarter Shop. But I think it was. I don't remember. One of those two. Okay, so it has all these different, from lights to darks and mediums, and I don't remember how many squares are in here, but there is a lot of squares. And so I've showed these before, but they're just little pockets. And you sew them on the top like this, and then you end up sewing them together. You end up sewing them together and putting some stuffing in them, and they become a puff quilt because they're puffy. I guess people have called them bubble quilts, and I think there's a couple other names for them. But he really wanted one of these, so let's see. Right now, we have to figure out the layout. I haven't gotten to like lay them out on my bed and have him play around and see what he wants it to look like. I should get that. What is that software? There's that like EQ8, I think it's called. That software where you can like design quilts. I should probably get that. But I don't know. I just lay stuff out on my bed or the floor and do it that way. So it works. So yeah, so these we just have to figure out how he wants them, and then I'll be able to start assembling and stuffing this quilt. So I don't even know Is this considered a quilt or a blanket? I think it might be considered a blanket, even though it's called a puff quilt or a bubble quilt, because I mean, the very definition of a quilt is that it has 3 layers: top, batting, backing. I mean, there's 3 layers. This has like, I don't know if I'd consider the stuffing a layer. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is a puff quilt a quilt or a blanket? I guess it doesn't matter, but it's fun to think about. Okay, so I have this going on. That is a lot of little squares. I've seen people make them like out of bigger squares, like the 10-inch squares. And those actually look really comfy. I might make one of those. But yeah, because I need another project. So yeah, this is going to be a blanket or quilt. It's ready to go. We just have to do the layout. So maybe we'll do that today, or something. I don't know, but all the fuzzies. All right, let's see here. Next, I think I want to talk about Garden Friends. I did a little bit of work on Garden Friends. First, I have the next one I'm doing drawn on, and this is the last like whole circle. Let me grab one. Got my tin. The tin's working really well, like this method. Okay. So this is like a circle, and like these next ones are all like separate. Like you cut them, you're supposed to cut them out. I'm tracing. Now there was a comment. This is so funny. Okay. So you get these and they're peel and stick, and then they wash off in water. And somebody commented and they're like, you don't have to trace them, because on the bottom there's instructions to where you go. What's it say? Go to your Missouri Star account to access your downloads. So my whole thing of saving them, like I can access them anyway and print them out. So whatever. I didn't know that. Like they put it on the bottom of the tin. Like who else did not know that you get a copy of all of these in your Missouri Star account? I didn't even know there was somewhere there to access downloads. Okay. So I haven't done that yet. And because I haven't done that yet, I'm still tracing. And tracing's been working just fine. And I'll probably continue to do it like the whole time. And maybe not. I don't know. But this is the next one. And I think this is the center. Yeah, this is the center. So I'm doing the honeycomb layout. I'll show it again. So I'm doing this layout. There's a better picture with color somewhere. Oh, okay, here it is. And so that's the center one. So that's cool. That's my next one. Yay. And so I got done 3 this week. Let's see here. Do this one first because it has a little buzz bee. It's this one. And that one was fun to make. I don't have a problem with French knots. Like I love making French knots. So like all these little knots here are French knots. And to me, those are just fun to make. I mean, I like them. A lot of people hate them. And I'm just over here like, I love French knots. And because of that, before I continue, I got this little stand, and it's like, I'm gonna get a tabletop too. But this stand is kind of nice because you like put this in here and then it like moves around and stuff. Like, I can't really demonstrate, right? But then like you're supposed to like put this like under your leg or something, and so your project's like, you know, right in front of you, and it makes the French knots so much easier to do, because I have always just held it and done it and kind of maneuvered, you know, while it's in my hand. Yeah, that could be part of the reason people don't like doing it, because it's difficult to do with the hoop in your hand. I don't know. But I went on Missouri Star this morning because I check pretty much every morning Missouri Star and Fat Quarter to see if there's any like really good sales or something I've been looking for. And that's how I got that Lori Holt Fat Quarter bundle for like, oh my gosh, I like at least 50% off, at least. I mean, it was an amazing deal. And I think that might have been one of those. I mean, that was like the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, like the sale lasted for like a month, and it might have been Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know. But so I'm always looking for deals. And this morning, they're having like a warehouse sale, like 65% off a lot of things today. And I noticed like a lot of those things have been on sale for a while. They're having trouble moving them. But I did find two things. And one of them is like a tabletop stand for embroidery and cross stitch. And so that's like, I think it's like 50% ish off. So I am thinking I'm going to order that. And then, because I was thinking maybe I could do some embroidery videos, and not so much a teaching video, but literally just put on some music and do it. Like, I don't know. Some people like just watching people do things with no talking or anything. So I thought maybe, we'll see. So anyways, I'm going to order that and see how that works, and see if it makes a difference. So then I have the one for the couch. I just got that off of Amazon. It was like $25. And the only thing with it is when the hoop is in it, like, and then you go to loosen it, sometimes these don't come apart well at all. So it's good. It's not the best, but it's good for what it is. And let's see, I could probably show you. So it turns like this. So your hoop's in here, so you can turn it like that. And then of course you can turn this whole thing around. And then this goes up and down also. So you can sit with it, you know, facing you like this. Or you can have it up and flat. And then when I tie my knots on the back, I just put it right up like that. So yeah, anyways, it's a neat little gadget. I don't know how much I'll use it, but I like it for those French knots. I won't put it in there if I have like one or two, but when I had a whole bunch of them like that. And this kit has a lot of French knots. So, okay. Sorry about that. Like, I rambled off for like 5 minutes. Sorry. So the next one, this is the last one I finished. I finished this one last night, actually. It's a little dragonfly, I think. It looks like a dragonfly. I love these little yellow flowers right here. These are so cute. So yeah, that one was really fun to make. And then this one is just absolutely gorgeous. And really helped my satin stitch, which still needs some work. But satin stitch is so hard to get perfect. It just like, it just doesn't. So here's that. There's a little coffee stain over here. Of course, because cat hair and coffee. Let's see. Turn it that way. I really love this one. It's a little hard to see. So then, you know, all this is satin stitch here. This is satin stitch. This is satin stitch. And I was stitching this one and I thought, oh my gosh, that looks like a little violet. We have a lot of wild violets in Pennsylvania, and they're good in herbalism. So I actually picked a lot of them last year, and I have a little jar of violets. Got to be careful which ones. Don't go picking any of them. There is, I believe there's one kind that's poisonous. I'd have to look in my book, but yeah, definitely just don't go foraging for anything. But yeah, those are really, I just love these. So I don't think that all these colors really match the yellow and the darker fabric well at all. So I'm hoping it turns out good, and I think it will. But I think maybe a different color would have been nice. But we'll see. It looks good in the picture. So that's what I have for those. And I think I counted, then I have like 23 blocks left, but a lot of them just have little tiny things. Oh, I can't get that. So they'll have like one of these little bugs or something, you know, so they're really quick compared to, you know, these bigger ones, which take a few hours. You know, most of the rest of them, after I finish this bee, the rest will go pretty quick. So yeah, until I decide I no longer want to work on it. That is in my like current thing, because my hands just kind of need something different to do. And I'm still having an aversion to that pencil goes in here, to hand quilting right now. And I don't think I'll be doing any for, you know, another week or two, because again, I just did so much in November and December that I still need a break from it, and I miss it, but I'm having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing right now. So I'll get back to it, you know. It'll spark eventually and be like, oh my gosh, I need to hand quilt again, and then I'll go back to doing it, because I have to finish lattice, and then I have that snowman quilt. So yeah. Okay. I guess something really fun. Coffee first. Coffee. Okay. Because I need another project. No, I don't. Jane was just calling my name. I may have a few back there already. Okay. So let me tell you what happened. I told you last week that I've been collecting fabric for different quilts. Alice's Wonderland, which is like a Liberty quilt, and let's see, French General. I pretty much have everything for that. The Other Farmer's Wife, 1920s, and Dear Jane. And I decided to buy some Kim Diehl fabrics because I love Kim Diehl. And they came. And I opened them. And I looked at them and I said, ooh, pretty. These are happy. These are so happy. And the next thing I knew, I was cutting fabric. So, let me show you the fabrics. Okay. So there's 3... I already like folded them up and put them in the bin. These are not fat quarters. These are 10-inch squares. I folded them and put them away already because I've been working on them. Okay. Oh, I love Kim Diehl. I love her fabrics. Okay, so there's 3 collections here. And I forget what they are. I know there's like Pennyberry Farm, which has some really cute things like this. I think it's called Pennyberry. Like that one. I know this is part of that collection. This one with the little piggies. Real nice gold there. This one with the cats is part of that collection. And then I think is it Love Struck maybe? I think. And I couldn't tell you which ones are from that collection. But there's a bunch of them in here. I don't know. Maybe like this pink might be. And I love these pinks. These pinks are gorgeous. They're just different. They're not pink. They're like different pink. Anyways, so let's see here. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can just kind of see her vibe. That's the only like true orange. This one, literally just one. But there's some plaid. I used that one already. These blues are just gorgeous. I think I used this one already. Then we got some deeper blues. There's a couple, just 2 grays. And then there's 2 squares, but only one pattern of this. I think it's black, but honestly, it is so close. It's so hard to tell if that's a super deep navy or a black, but I think it's a black. I don't know. And then you have like these golds and yellows. These are way more gold than orange. Where is that one orange? So you can kind of see the difference. So like this one's like the only like one I consider orange. Even though these are orange, they're more like a gold orange, and this is like a true orange. So there's those. These greens are just like an olivey. I don't know how to describe them. The yellows, the browns. The browns are gorgeous. I love this one. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I could not let these sit. I couldn't let them sit. Okay, so then I have these, and the 10-inch squares only came, I don't know, maybe 5 of these total, and I've already used 8, so there's already 8 missing from here. but these are like the creams that go with it. And then I forget what this one's called. Let me see if I have, let's see, there's the Pennyberry Farm. Oh, I do have it. Okay. This one is Buttercream and Brickle bit. Most of these are Buttercream and Brickle bit. And then the other ones are Pennyberry Farm and Love Struck. They're so pretty. I think that if I had to choose my favorite designer ever, it would be Kim Diehl. And my second would probably be Lori Holt. And they are vastly different styles. Totally different. You know, Lori Holt's thing is very vintage. Kim Diehl is very, I don't know. She's Kim Diehl. Sorry, she is my favorite. My favorite ever. Okay, enough praising. So, I got my bin, and it has all the things. I'm out of baskets. And so I didn't want to take the time to print papers, glue them to cardboard, and then cut them out again, and, you know, do all that, which I am doing for Farmer's Wife. And so I printed these out on cardstock. And so I found that, oh no, where did I find the templates? Hold on. I got to get my internet up here so I can tell you where I got them. Okay, hobbystash.com. Hobbystash.com is where I got the templates. And guys, I am going to be making videos of all of these when I'm finished the Farmer's Wife. But for now, I'm actually making the quilt and not recording it. and then I'll do another one. Okay. We're just not going to go here, right? We're not doing this right now. I would record them now and then start it after the Farmer's Wife. But number one, I don't have a lot of space like on my computer to do that. Number two, some of these blocks, okay? Some of these blocks, they're different. Okay, they're taking me, no, it's up there. There's different ways to do this quilt. You can paper piece it by spending like $400 on the paper pieces, which I'm not willing to do. I did print them out and start to do it that way and decided I didn't want to paper piece this quilt. You can foundation piece it, or you can hand piece it. And frankly, I want to hand piece it. So I am. So I did the paper pieces, not paper pieces, Hobby Stash templates, printed them out, had my book on my little book stand, and then just kind of went through and said, okay, this is how I need to put this one together. And like this one, let me take this off. This is an easier one, but I still drew on there to say, hey, okay, so I did, let me see, it's hard to do it when you're not looking at it. Okay, so I did this first, okay? And then I did these three pieces. And then I put this little triangle unit together. And I did the same over here. Then I sewed this triangle to the centerpiece, and I sewed this triangle to the centerpiece. And, you know, I mean, so I wrote on the back which templates I had to cut out, how many, and then I wrote how I put it together. So, CEC, and then so DFD, add C to make triangle, you know, make two. And so then I'm pretty much, I have baggies left, but they're specifically for the farmer's wife. And so I need to get more baggies or use sandwich baggies or something. But for now, I just have them clipped on. And so that's what I'm doing. I could probably get, depending on the pieces, I could get more than one quilt out of these templates. But there are ones that you have to like trace a lot and the paper is already wearing out. So I do like the idea of doing the cardboard templates, but it's a lot right now for me to do that because of the work I'm doing on the farmer's wife. And so I'm just not doing that for the Dear Jane right now. When I do a sew along, I may change my mind because this quilt is so fun. I could see myself making multiple. And there are people who have. So, I printed out row A and then I picked out my fabric. So I have a 10, 11, 12, I love this green, and 13. And you pretty much just need half of a 10-inch square, really, for these. They're so tiny. I haven't used more than half of a 10-inch square. Okay, so I have those left to do. So much fun. Oh my gosh, I'm already 40 minutes in, guys. Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm going to show you these quick. Let me get the rest of them. I gotta hurry up here. Okay. I said I didn't have a lot to talk about and I'm 40 minutes in of yapping. And we still have to talk about the farmer's wife. Okay. Hello, Jane. Sorry. This has been so much fun. I love this. Okay. Hunter's Moon. This one was extremely difficult, but I love it. This is probably my favorite one so far. No, I think this one might be my favorite. These are so tiny, okay? This is my palm right next to the block. Right behind it. I mean, like, there you go. They are 5 inches right now. I do not have the sashing fabric because I don't know what I want to use yet. So I'm just making the blocks without the sashing for now. Okay. That's A3, A9, A5. That one's so pretty. Yeah, what's so much fun is the backs of these. I mean, look. The backs are so much fun because they're like, I don't know. It's weird. So that was A5. This is A4. All right. And then we have these. Let's see, A6. This one was super easy. That's just 9 little straight pieces. But I did fussy cut the center one. And if I had to do it again, I would do one of the ones with the animals on it. And then maybe a different, like a third fabric for the corners. Okay. Oh, this one was fun. Okay, so A7, Dad's Plaids. And this one, there's 2 different ways to do it. I appliqued. So this one is not applique. This is sewn together on curves. And it was very fun. It was difficult. This one was pretty difficult. This one could have been done like that too, but I might do another one just to see if I can do it. The piece was just so small. I don't know. I might do it. I might still do it. I might come back and do it. But I did applique that one. Oh, this pink is gorgeous. I love this pink. That is number 8, A8. I put the little things up there. A2, that's the second one. I made these all in order. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means the one I started with was this. That one's super cute. I love this green. I love Kim Diehl. She has super great fabrics. Okay. Let me check oh my gosh. Running out of time. All right. So that is the Dear Jane that I am working on. And I mean, these just look so cool together. Like, I can't wait to just like put them up on something. I really need like one of those little wall thingies. I just don't have a wall to use. Like, maybe I could do like a curtain rod. I think I've seen, is it Rachel? Stitch with Rachel? I think she has a curtain rod or something. Maybe I'll look into doing something like that. Anyway, so, Dear Jane, hello. It's been fun. Yes, very fun. Okay, so that's Dear Jane. I just want to talk real quick about 2 things I got. One is this ruler, and it is a 6.5-inch ruler, and I got this on sale. It's called Easy Square Junior. If I put my hand back there, you can kind of see more. It does not have the little stickies. I need to buy some stickies to put on the back of my rulers. But I got this for the farmer's wife to square them up at the end. So that is something that I got that will come in very handy. I'll put it in this whole thing is full of the farmer's wife stuff. It's like a 3-tier. I feel like I showed it in a video. I don't know if it was the prep video or like one of these. But it has my basket of fabric and everything because I have been recording those on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So Monday is my video day. And then my whatever. I'll do whatever I want. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I do videos for... Did I say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah. I do videos for the farmer's wife. And I do however many I can get done. One week, I think I got 6 done. Was that last week? This week, I only got 3, which is fine because that's a whole week's worth. And so I'm a few weeks ahead, which is good. This week, I think I only have fabric picked out for 1, 2. You know what? I think I did 4 this week. Because, yeah, these look like more difficult blocks. Okay, so, I will get at least those 2 done, and then I need to pull out the next 3 and pick out fabrics for them. And, yeah, so that's what I do. I pick out the 3 that I plan to do next, and then I pick out the fabrics and put them in a bin over here in the bin. And then when I'm ready to record, I just pull one out. And then if I can get to another one that same day, I do. And if I can't, I don't. And when I'm done those, I pull the next 3 and put them in there, you know. So, and then I have my little note here where it says, it has REU, record, edit, upload. And I do upload, let's see, while I'm uploading, I work on like this stuff because I just sit here and watch it. I don't let it go. Like, whatever. So I don't know what I'll do today while this is uploading. I might actually take the whole day off from sewing, which is really hard for me to do. And usually in the evening I come back and do something anyway. So we'll see. I did a lot of sewing this week. And this weekend because it snowed all day yesterday. Okay, more coffee. Totally just bumped my tooth with my cup. All right, so the other thing I got is this little tray. And you can't really see, maybe if I hold this, wait, no, okay, back up. Oh, back up, there we go. All right, so I got this little tray, and it just kind of keeps all my stuff organized on my desk, with like all my little tools. So this has been really nice. That came, I don't remember when that came, but it came. And so like, that was another thing that was just on a really good sale. I think it was like $5. And so I got that, and that's nice because, it keeps everything together that I use in my videos. And then I can just, if I'm using my desk for something else, I can just lift it and put it over on my ironing board or somewhere. And it just keeps everything together, which is nice because I don't have to go around putting everything away or, you know, it's nice. I like it. It's a good size for my desk too. Okay. So that is just a couple things I got. And now we need to talk about the farmer's wife real quick. Oh, let me grab those. Okay. So I don't have everything I made this week. I'm not going to show you all that because it's in a bin. I make them, I tag them, I update I have Notion. So I update where I am in the process on there, and then it goes in a bin. And then I put up what I have uploaded the previous week and what is coming this week. Okay, so the videos that have been uploaded, yeah, let me just take them off the board. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I don't know which one I did first, but this past week, so these are already on the channel under the Farmer's Wife playlist. There's a playlist with these. So we have Becky, and that's number 12, and that one's about an hour long. I put like the date I made it, how long it is, all that stuff. Okay, and then we have number 1, Addie, and that's about a 2-hour. And then grandmother, Oh, I forgot to put how long that one took. Oh, I'm getting static. Okay. I didn't put the time on that one, but it's super cute and I love it. And so I think I showed these last week as the upcoming ones. So these are uploaded. Okay, coming up this week in no specific order, but possibly the correct order, is number 8, Aunt or Aunt. We say Aunt in Pennsylvania. Well, it depends where you are in Pennsylvania, but here we say Aunt. Number 8, and this is a 1 hour. This one's pretty easy. It's a square and a square, and then just these edges. Okay, and then next we have number 10, Ava, which took 2 hours. And then the last one is number 7, Augusta. This I put into 2 parts. It was a 3-hour block. And that's how long it took me to make and record from start to finish. It took about 3 hours. I want to say with this one, the part 1 is like 2 hours and then part 2 is like 45 minutes or something. When I say 3 hours, I round up. So if I say one took an hour, it might only be 45 minutes. A 2 hour might be an hour and 45 minutes, you know. So I just round up. So, but this one took so long. I didn't want to do like a 3 hour. It kind of like looks cool like that. Cause yeah. I didn't want to do a 3-hour video. I figured 2 hours is long enough. And usually after an hour or 2 on something with this many pieces, I need a break. So I need to go stretch out my hands and just like, you know, get some more coffee. It's always about the coffee, guys. So, yeah, so I figure maybe everyone else needs a break after a couple hours also. And so instead of, you know, doing our super long video and then you have to come back and find where you were, blah, 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 I just decided to do 2 hours max. And then that way, if people need a break, they can come back and just be like, okay, part 2. So I don't know. It seems to be working for me. I hope it's working for you guys. But yeah, so these are not put back on well. But that's nowhere to like lay that flat. Okay. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And I do have a few minutes. Maybe I could show you guys what I made. Just a few. Although I'm trying to figure out what I don't know if yeah, no, I made all these this week, right? Okay, well, I don't know. I made this one. And, wait for that one. Hold on. This one. And I love this one so much. And then I made this one twice. But in the video, I show you, like, I talk about the mistake of the first one. And so, which really, really wasn't a mistake. I just, I don't know. I think the templates were off on that one or something, because I have not had like any problems with any blocks until that one. And I really think it was a template issue. Like they were the wrong size, because I talk about it, but I have yet to figure it out. So anyways, when I'm done those, I'm done making them, they go in here. and like all the template baggies go in here too. And I just throw them in here. Maybe I'll organize them someday, but as long as they're all in here, I'm good with that. And then I have like, these are ones that have already like been uploaded and stuff, or like, okay. So like these are already uploaded and I already talked about them. So they'll go in that pile because I don't have anything to do with them now until I'm ready to do the layout. So I'm just going to add those to this pile and put them in the bucket. These are ones that are upcoming. So like next week, I'll move the ones I showed you at the bottom to the top, and then I'll add the next week to show you like what's coming, even though I just showed them to you. So, okay. But at least you know like what's coming now. So, okay. So uploaded is number 12, Becky, 40, Grandmother, 1, Addie. And coming this week is number 8, Aunt, 10, Ava, and 7, Augusta in 2 parts. So, I think that's all I have. I'm super excited about just everything I have going on right now. I did not work at all on my bear paw. I kind of just needed a break from it, and I got really excited about Dear Jane, and so I kind of put that aside for a minute. It'll come back out. Yeah, I might work on it a little bit today. I should probably work on that today, and I think I will. When I'm done here, and when I'm done doing all the things, I think I'll work on that because I don't have much to go as far as like getting the pieces put together. I think I showed you last week, and I have my basket like right there. So yeah, I think I'll work on that because I just kind of want to take it easy today and do minimal sewing, give my hands a break. And so I might work on that like later this evening. I have not heard yet anything about school tomorrow, but the district I live in has some, it's very big and it's spread out, and there's a lot of country folk and quite a bit up the mountain as well. So you kind of just, in Pennsylvania, you never know because of all the hills and mountains around, whether they're going to be able to get buses or not. But hopefully, I don't know. I kind of hope they have another day off. I don't like getting up at 6 o'clock. That's literally, I'm just like, have a day off or a 2-hour delay just so I can get like an extra hour. That'd be great. So, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Look for those videos Wednesday, Thursday, and both parts on Friday. So I have them scheduled part 1 to go up at noon because I have them all scheduled for noon Eastern time, noon Eastern. And then I think I have part 2 scheduled for 2 o'clock because part 1 is an hour long. I just put the other one to go 2 hours later. Yeah, whatever works. So yeah, that's all I have. And I hope you guys stay warm and have a week of happy sewing. All right, bye.